Hello, lads and gents, and welcome back to Talent League. Yet again, we meet eyes, I guess you could say, and today with another fantastic match. We're going to be looking at a BO2 from my side, but let's actually focus on the first match. So before we get to that, we are going to be joined by our lovely caster, Tyrell. Hello, Tyrell.
Evening, Puffer. How
Hello.
you been doing?
I have been doing quite fine. Besides that, I think we should just go into what we need to say, especially when it comes to standings, maps, all that type of stuff we have left and right. So
Hold on, hold on,
let's
hold on, hold on, hold on. You're telling me we are almost ready to pretty much kick it off?
no, but we just kind of need to occupy it for up until people join. So votes, the standings of the teams, what we're gonna be seeing, the maps, stuff like that. Before we get to the bands, you
Well,
know.
for once, I thought we actually managed to learn from mistakes and actually be prepared for everything, but well, this is still talent league.
Oh goodness, no, this is Talent League. This is the best of the best up there.
To be fair, like if you look at the recent history and like pretty much all the other leagues that have been so far around, talent league has stayed up really for the longest. Like
Yeah.
usually most of them, like, they had a couple of seasons, then, like, had some changes of, like, directors and, like, whatnot. They all used to fucking insult themselves as CEOs and executive booking, whatever nonsense bullshit, you know? Here we have it simple. The only time when we had a change, it was well, it then got them very popular. And since then, we've remained with that pretty much.
Yeah, no, most leagues just either have breaks or fall apart due to admins not giving two single cucks. But yeah, no, Talent League, applaud for how we're doing. It may be a bit of a catastrophe almost every single match, but we're still holding up. We're still holding up good.
And let's not forget, because let's put it in a bit of for the namesake talent league. Well, it has definitely given us a lot of talent that actually has moved on to become quite great, and go to join other bigger things. The only one that has been here for the longest and will always be here for the longest, for the sake of controversy and you know I like things very simple. And if you fuck up in your game, I'll definitely let you know in any single possible language.
Yeah, this is we are not professionals. We are not close to them, but if there's going to be some sort of a spawn peak, we will probably laugh at your face. It's you have it coming, most definitely. But yeah, no, that like very good T4. I don't even know how T3, T2, all those like I know how T1 works. Of course, that's pro league, but T2, T3, I am not informed of that. I still need to get.
Uh, I can tell you how it was from my experience. Pretty much the reason why I've tried to become a caster. But yeah, I think from the time when I started till now, a lot of things have changed.
Is that so?
But anyway,
Yes.
let's maybe look into the more, let's say, match related stuff, because I think we've now managed to stretch out the time for good as we can.
Hmm. Very true. So let's actually, before we go to the match, let's see the standings of the teams we're going to be seeing in the season, at least for now. Let's see how these are going. First place is going to be going to Jobless, which we are going to be seeing today face off against Guardians Alpha. Second one going to B Esports. Then it's going to be Firebird Main, Spirit Gaming, Blue Jays Talents, Firebird NPC following up, Team Guardians, Team Invictum, Agents of Gosdep, and White Tigers on the 10th place. So not looking too good for White Tigers and Agents of Gosdep, but let's hope that they can maybe put up a bit of a fight against Blue Jays today, which is the match we're going to be seeing right now. So, maybe if they can actually put themselves in a higher standing, they could be just looking to a bit more of a brighter future, just not to get instantly knocked out of the column.
But I mean, the season is still fresh, so it just barely has started. So a lot
Mm,
of things can happen, a lot of changes as well. I mean, we've seen Brastas pretty much dissolve completely, come back in some shape or form, or have pretty much every week a new player or something like this. So, a lot of things can definitely happen here. So, although it may be temporary, it is not cemented in. I
yeah,
don't know.
it's not
I
like
try,
fully done.
I tried to find a word that was kind of like rhyming a bit.
Engraved, engraved, I guess.
Yeah, it's well.
It's goofy.
Moving on. Maps. Maps,
Maps.
maps, maps, maps. Well,
Yes.
I believe you have them open.
Well, for match one, as we far know, we can't. Well, going over map bans could be a very interesting thing. I mean, map bans for match one, it's going to be one of more standard maps from the previous couple of seasons. It's going to be Villa making its return, so not too bad. You know, it's not Oregon, it's not Clubhouse, it's not Chalet, but as sure as hell is not Bank or anything like that. So you know, Villa's kind of in between. Up until now, it hasn't been too common for quite a bit actually, if you ask me. And I feel like it's a good map. I feel like Villa's more one of the more balanced maps, and of course, getting rid of everything else is kind of needed, especially Oregon. Don't bring that back, please. We do not need it.
Oh, for surely not. I have been sitting here way too many times on Oregon. Well,
We all have.
at least we're gonna go down to Villas, but in the meantime, as we're just gonna take in a quick check-in, well, we're definitely filling a lobby. We pretty much got the side of Blue Jays ready. We're just waiting on our lovely Slavic friends to join up the party, and then we're set to go up on this one. So,
Oh, but before we start the match, before everyone gets readied in, and you know their seed buckles, their seed belts buckled. Ah, I got it. Took me a while, but let's actually go over the votes for today, especially for match one. I mean, it's going to be Blue Jays facing off against Agents of Gosdep, as previously mentioned, and as Gosdep may be going towards the last place on their standings currently, the votes don't seem to be going in their favor at all. As the casters' votes go, or the staff votes, go all the way from 2 for Gosdep against 6 for Blue Jays. So, in general, I mean, Blue Jays have kind of made a name for themselves in T4 just with aggression, with the amount of play they have. They've always managed to do something. You know, I haven't been seeing, I don't think I've even personally seen them actually get annihilated at least from this side. So, especially with Dent, Dent has always just been one of the more aggressive, the more fragging players. And yeah, I mean, Gosdep doesn't seem to have too much experience in T4, at least from my side. I mean, I see Blue Jays in almost every league. Gosdep, this is the first time.
well, I mean, fair to say, Blue Jays is a very big organization and has multiple wings, so should it be a
True.
really surprise? I mean, like, man.
Mm, true.
So,
Very true.
I mean, they have been around when I started, so and I'm old as shit. I'm not boomer material, as Squishy likes to believe. You know, I don't
Squishy.
want to be put in the same boat with Mr. Officer. So, but I'm closing in on it.
You're closing in on it. Who is the oldest in our
Maybe
staff team?
that is a good question, but probably me still.
I guess that's the reason Squishy considers you boomer material at this point. But hey, you're not in your 30s yet, just yet, so you'll be fine. But you're still stuck in this hellhole called Rainbow Six Siege, so you'll be
Yeah,
yeah,
it has not given me well times.
yes.
Even
You're
my
very
recent appliances say like, "Hey, look what I've done all in my over career. Am I worth being listed up?" No, because they've all been apart way too much.
Oh yeah, I've gotten an Oscar. I've won this and this prize. Well, I casted in T4 Rainbow Six Siege. How about that?
Hey, I was at the first dream hack for Siege in the Netherlands, so dibs on you.
Alright.
And the only thing that still hasn't been counted yet, which I am absolutely massively pissed off, but I still got a medal for it, is that I was still Benelux season 4 finals. So I
Alright.
technically, if you would add that up, I may would be getting it, but no, because of the announcement coming way too fucking late. Yeah, I mean, I would see the fucking TV. So
Alright.
yeah,
Hey, at least something. But all right, before we actually get a bit more bored, let's actually hop on over to the second team that we're going to be seeing today. Of course, we're gonna mention in further in later, and also as we get towards that match. But it's gonna be Guardians Alpha, also kind of a bit more of a known team going against Jobless. Now, Jobless, yet again, it's kind of the similar situation with Gosdep. I don't really know them that much. As Guardians Alpha, they have been seeming to be popping up everywhere in T4, but the caster votes don't seem to be going as one-sided as the previous match. It's going to be a 4-4, so it seems like the casters do think of this as equally. So, this could be a potential just going into all, what, 15 rounds is 15 rounds? Yeah, I think the max we can do is 15. So we could be going over into 15, or one of the sides of casters could be completely wrong and it goes down to 7-1, 7-0, whatever you may call it. So
Do you guys even bet on it? Like, I mean,
I don't bet, I just do the vote because it's my job.
yeah, but is there like a reward if you get everything right and shit like
No,
this? If
I
you get the most?
no, I just like clicking the reactions. That's
You
it.
know what? You know what? I think this should be an idea. Maybe, like, if your prediction is right, get rewarded. Is your prediction is wrong, you gotta do a punishment. How about that?
Hmm. A punishment, you say?
Oh
What would
yeah,
that punishment be?
dude, it can be pretty much everything, but as long as it's gonna get posted on Twitter and you get pretty much a little bit of shit for it, then hey, I mean that's one way to draw
Ooh,
attention.
I don't think that this is gonna be the first league that includes punishments for staff getting votes wrong.
Hey, you gotta stand out somewhere in the mass, so
I think we stand out enough just by actually running the league for this long. Staying alive is what I mean. But yeah, no, punishments would be horrible. I imagine Trip and DMs you've lost the bet.
hey, see it like this: high risk, high reward. Welcome to a casino. I mean, that's pretty much like Siege.
See,
Like either you go quite risky and secure yourself the W, or it goes very horribly wrong.
all right, for anyone watching right now, Agents of Gosdep, they're one of their so-called teammates, is right now taking a bit to load. I don't know if it's technical issues, if it's they slack off, whatever it may be. Should we maybe just take a 5-minute break? Question mark from the side of production.
Uh,
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to hold off for a bit longer, but yeah, Blue Jays ready. Agent Gosdep.
but
Oh, can you repeat that? All right, our production team has died, so I guess it's just me and you, Tyrell. We're gonna be casting on
oh,
forever.
thank God I can
Uh,
open my mouth and say whatever shit I want. Finally.
oh no. Well, we kind of just got assigned a new task. It's like we got a new
What?
Skyrim task right now. We have to talk about the new operator. I guess it ain't much about the league. We're gonna talk about Bravo, one of the most nasty, overpowered operators coming into Siege, as in the latest. Some people may
Who
go,
is that? What can it do? Is it eatable? Do I get nightmares or do I just laugh it out?
you do not laugh it out once you're playing Capcan. The new operator, the drone that can hack other utility. If you're a Capcan, it can hack your Capcan traps, meaning your teammates and yourself on the defensive side get blown up. It works the same
So
for
what's the
legions
point of Twitch then?
to destroy them. It's kind of just like a better Twitch.
No. I mean, like, Twitch is now useless then.
Yes.
Like, why would I destroy something if I just, can reprogram it to be deadly for the defender?
Well, I mean, it's not instant program. It's not like the Twitch can just zap it and it's gone. It takes like a few
Sweetheart, if
seconds.
I see anyone else fucking holding an angle for 2 minutes, I don't think time is an issue still in here.
Well, yes, Bravo does
This
make
is
Twitch seem useless.
Twitch is then pretty much dead.
Yeah,
We'll just make a picture of her. We'll everything listed that was great on her, the F2 and all the kind of like nasty stuff and all the drones being able to down people and kill them. Everything is gonna go down. They nerfed her
yeah.
then virtually to hell.
Pretty much. She's gonna kind of go back into the corner of shame with Caveira and
It's
all
gonna
those types
go
of
into the
operators.
corner of irrelevance.
Thatcher, Cav, which what operators are also kind of relevant nowadays.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard, yeah. Shields are getting a rework, so we can't say much about that. But the other, all right, okay, okay. We have all the. Oh, we begun. We've begun. All right, we have awaited the time. It started to match the Villa. It started to Villa the match. Agent of Gotep facing off against Blue Jays, starting on defense as agents will be on attack. Let's get into the bans. Any predictions from you, Tyrell?
Honestly, I don't want to put a prediction, but I just want to say I've now found out your secret trick to your sunglasses.
Yeah, it's the
Your
magnetic
mystery
ones.
has been lifted.
Yeah, it's the big one.
Well, anyway, I mean, at least on Flores they would stay on, but he's not
Come
gonna
on.
need it either way because he's out of this one. Well,
Blasphemy.
but the question, brother, is the second AR gonna join Flores or not? And well, would you look at this? Thatcher isn't banned for once.
Well, I mean, it's certainly coming into realization that EMP impacts. Oh, god damn it. There comes the disconnect. Are we going to have a rehost? Let's hope not. But yes, Thatcher not getting banned. Finally.
We
EMP
might as well
impacts
just
still
pause the
exist.
game to that degree, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Agreed. But second man coming in from the side of agents is going to be Wamai, a very interesting ban on Villa, especially with the amount of angles you have kind of and the amount of angles you actually need to prepare for with my not too bad. And Kate to finish it off, not too bad of a pick. I mean, Kate is also pretty strong, and I feel like sometimes even underestimated here. So, not too bad of pick of bands. Ace, very good one. With Ace, the reason you mainly want to pick Ace over Thermite is, let's say you're on Study and on Master Bedroom, pretty much all breaches on the side. You kind of need some distance to actually get to the breach. Ace can throw his bread loaf and it won't be too much of a problem. Thermite needs to get physically close to the wall and place it, which means C4s, people peeking you. It's kind of a lot more dangerous. And you could take a Hibana. That is one of the solutions, which is also mostly commonly used here in case of Ace being gone. And there she comes. And also the Brava coming in, an interesting pick. Are they allowed now in COM, the new operators? Okay, Brava is allowed. So yeah, Brava's not going to be able to do much, though. I mean, Mute, she can't really do much with that Jaeger. Not, defenders don't really have frag grenades, mostly impacts. The alibi is the most she can help out with. So, yeah, also, just a tip for anyone watching or listening, do not pick Brava and Fuse at the same time. That is probably the most horrendous thing. Brava's so happy she got so many gadgets under her control. Fuse comes along, those gadgets are gone. So you do not want to go for
Are
that type of duo.
you perhaps talking about of your own experience?
Yes, I was the Fuse.
I'm just kind of like wondering a bit on this one.
Our Brava wasn't too happy with me destroying, like,
Yeah, well, thank goodness I play Fuse so much a lot. So if you decide to pick Brava, well, I know how to piss you off.
yeah, Fuse is so fun, though. You can't blame a Fuse player. It's just the most fun thing, especially when they're real.
To be honest, I would just love to see it be like a drill charge, like from COD. Just throw it in and then have
Oh,
like
God.
the cluster going in.
Yeah.
It would be so much faster and so much, I would say, enjoyable in that sense. And well,
Oh, wow.
looks like somebody. Well, can I say it? No, I'll go to jail for it. But well, DNS definitely has a little bit of an issue with his internet for sure, as it doesn't seem to be running as smoothly as he would like.
Mm, very true. I mean, this is a second disconnect, but it doesn't seem like the plan will be changing. We see Aviator and Study being pushed pretty slowly. Some play on 90 and main stairs. Actually, not 90. Main stairs seems to be occupied by the Azami, and now it's going to be Jaeger on the 90 side. Of course, Ash and everyone seems to be pushing Study side with the Yana below going for nades, which isn't too much of an issue. And the Ash seems to be quite trying to challenge the Jaeger alone on 90. So, a bit of a split push, but a risky one as well. You can't really get refrags off of the Yana, the Ash. The Yana, not necessarily, since she's kind of downstairs. But the Ash, if she goes up into 90, she gets killed. No refrags are happening there. And Master also starts getting pushed in, but it's a bit late into the round, if you ask me. The Orcs are still chilling there with 2 minutes on the clock. Can they do it with 4 players?
Well, we will find out, but generally, if you're already starting it off with 4 versus 5, you tend to either you're very good in order to balance this massive deficit, well, pretty much a deficit on, or you're gonna struggle. But hey, if it keeps continuing to happen, then we pretty much know who's gonna be going out the winner up of this one. And well, the first actual kill happening on this game will go on to 10, taking out Yango, and well, that means no more Hibana, but would you look at this? We got another one joining. And Ruse, in the meantime, is going to take out Sanity as well.
Very good. I mean, we have Dins coming back into the match, but it's a bit too late not being able to help out his teammates, maybe from drones, but it is a 3v4 situation. With Helena out of the match, did she get the main breach? It seemed like she got some of it. The nades coming into bar. There comes one. It's a double kill, a bit of a refrag from the SMG-11. It's back to a 2v3 situation, so no, the man advantage is still there. Yana seems to be pushing Mainsters, and the Ash on the complete opposite side of the map. It's going to be Astronomy getting pushed. And wow, well, with the amount of players you have, going for refrags really will not be an option here. So let's see. There comes one. She actually manages to pick off one. The SMG-11 in hand manages to get the second. And it's going to be Geico getting taken off the board. Now it's Yana against Dent and Chep.
MZK. Really gonna be able to squeeze underneath there and tries to bait out one of the players of Blue Jays, but well, he has to fight off two sides. It's not that easy. If he needs to do it smartly, he might be able to get it, but the time is frankly running out, and well, a shotgun has been his doom.
Nice. Shotguns are always satisfying to watch, especially the side of, is it GIGN? I don't know what the ones that Mute are in, but anyways, Mute smoke shotguns, those things are satisfying to the ends of the earth, and wholly hitting them is even better. Now, can we just I was gonna say, can we appreciate the copper banners on the side of Ash and Dokkaebi, especially with the new rank system? It's interesting from personal experience. I would say consider myself a platinum. I going up against champions is not fun.
You consider yourself a platinum? Do you mean you believe your skill is a platinum, or did you actually grind it and won enough in a row to actually be awarded that?
No, like I've been platinum multiple seasons. That's not the issue. I just don't know how.
It's a sweetheart, and whatever was like 2-3 years ago, that shit doesn't count anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Also, but like, ranks don't really count to skill, since there can be a platinum that's acting like a bronze and there can be a platinum that's champion, so I don't really know where to go with that. But anyways, new rank system, extremely bad. I hate it. I cannot play it for the life of me. There can be champions in copper and I could go up with them at the start of the season, because why not? Absolutely, why not? And there goes Dennis out of the match again, back to a 4v5, especially with a glass. And the split push is going to be yet probably another poor choice if they go with it, because yet again, if one player is missing, already going too far apart with one player on their own would not be the greatest idea, especially not with any type of like utility operator.
But I think if it's gonna be a continuous issues, then I think if the lovely agents are smart enough, they definitely would think like, right, we can only count on 4 people, so we pretty much lose our 5th regardless. So we'll put them on something, or we don't as much need utility wise, and be able to make a setup that really works for 4, and well, try to pretty much account in that, virtually he got spam peaked and therefore is not able there. But that definitely puts up on the mental, because they're gonna be sitting in TeamSpeak or Discord or whatever, and well, Vince is basically gonna go mad about it. But in the meantime, we see Chep taking out Geico, taking out the sledge, and well, taking out grenades and vertical destructibility with it.
Yeah, Dennis is going to be challenging the Yana any second. Now, there it comes. Does he get or not? Actually manages to take off some HP, but gets it. The refract comes in second for the Jaeger. Just out of nowhere, Siri decides to come and help his fellow teammate, but Den has already been taken off the board. It's still a 2v4, 2 times the player base on the enemy team. Now it's 4 times that another one comes rolling down. It's going to be Django getting taken out. And now it's a Glass alone. A very bad operator for gunfights at times, especially with the DMR against, the 416 carbine, the MP7, and the Alibi. Those are all great guns, but not for Glass. Not for this situation, as he's stuck in a 1v4 with 1 minute on the clock. It's not looking good. I mean, Agents just losing a player every single round, that's already just completely just bad. That is horrible. And then it comes down to a 3v5. Maybe they can get a refrag, maybe they can get a kill left and right, but At the end, it all comes down rolling to a 1vx situation, which, yeah, you don't want, especially on the attacking side. The Glass goes back for the peak yet again. Does he actually maybe? No, he does not. He wanted to get the bandit. Actually, no, he wanted to get the castle. He does damage him, gets the bandit instead, though. It's a 3v1 situation, and oh, it's 25 seconds on the clock.
I don't really much believe that Ruse is going to be able to do that, but perhaps on him still keeping up the spirit and managing to try to salvage something out of it. But I guess more importantly, he's going to give a bit Dins slightly more time to be able to rejoin. But as now the timer ticks away, Chep is going to finish it off and claim this round as well for his team once more again.
Yeah. Second round going over to the side of Blue Jays. On defense, not looking too bad, but of course, yet again, agents could be hiding some sort of trump card on their defensive. So let's hope that we can get the remaining player back. Just as we speak of the devil, here he comes. Dens is back in action, and since you can also six-pack with the attackers, it shouldn't be a problem if he wants to switch. Though could be a very good pick, may I say. I feel like Dokubi should get banned a lot more, especially. I mean, okay, the guns may not be the perfect ones, but holy can we get to the gadgets, secondary gadgets, EMPs, and of course the primary one, which can, the only thing that can counter is the mute, but when it comes to any roamer, it does not matter if you're Vigil, if you're Cav, if you're Solus, you are getting heard from anywhere close to you. Going back to Kitchen, it seems like Blue Jays could just be winning it all right now, but maybe with Din's back, maybe he, just fully restarted his PC, Siege, whatever you call it. Maybe he's going to be able to actually play. But yeah, the 2-round head start isn't going to be too easy to overcome from the sides of Gosdep, but let's see what we can get away with. Also, the setup of these defenders is quite interesting. I mean, we see the Bandit for wall denial, Valkyrie for intel, but then when comes the Legion, the Legion, the Frost, and the Warden, which is an interesting pick. I mean, Warden normally is being used for shield, but it seems like C4s are going to be in action. We have 3 C4s, and if many of you know, verticality is extremely important on this site, so things are about to go down, to say the least.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why Valkyrie is on board there as well, because the only reason I can see why you need pretty much 3 to 4 C4s, well, because you want to blow them up from underneath. Well, let's see, perhaps maybe they're going to be able to get lucky and get this, but more interestingly, Geico goes in the laundry and, well, giving the T-Sludge, I would like to see him rather above, but, I mean, if everybody abandons the site, I mean, why not? Let's just walk in, let's see what's gonna come out, and the only problem is the diffuser is slightly a bit out of hand right there, but you see the drones are coming out there, and with Dins coming from underneath, well, it definitely appears to be pretty much don't have anyone on side right there from the side of Blue Jays. You got one tucked away, but in the meantime, MCK will find one. It's going to be Champ who goes down, but look at this. It's going to get countered immediately by Syrian Kazi, taking out free. Ruse, Geico, and MCK are the ones they're going to fall on that blade, as Yango and Dins are now the only 2 sole survivor out of this. The calls are going to come through. I should be able to pursue a chance and opening, but, well, it looks like they're in a stamina right there. They're very far apart. They try to get one, then goes down, but they get shot down by the side of Kazi with that SMG-12. It's all down on Dins, who I believe he tries to tap in on someone on the side of Blue Jays, but, well, this C4 definitely forces him down as he's going to run off, and, well, Dent, he is definitely feeling it. He wants it.
Oh, he's going through the clip of the day, and maybe it works out, but even with Din's back in the party, oh, it will not be too much, as the Legion does get it as wanting to. But even with Din's back in the party, it seems like Blue Jays are still extremely dominant in the aggression. Holy, Ying managing to down Dent, but just not a second goes by, and the Warden peeks out of nowhere, going in like an angel for his fallen comrade. And of course, with the 3 kills dropping in mere seconds, that was just absolutely astonishing. I mean, it came from, instead of just 1 refrag, it was a refrag plus 2 kills, so talk about profit. Holy. Now, of course, Blue Jays winning 3 rounds in a row, just kind of securing their even out score before the round, the roll swap, not the round swap, the roll swap. they could be looking at a very good position. I mean, they can't really lose defense here, to be honest. They've already done what to do. They can't really go down. So yeah, let's see what they're going to be going back. So we've had Aviator, we have Trophy, we have Kitchen, of course. What's it called? Library. We don't speak of that side. That side is forbidden, and no one will ever speak of it. So we're going back to Aviator. Now, this was previously just known for how good they roamed, how good they wasted time, and how the split push couldn't have worked without one of the players. Now let's see if maybe the sides of Gosdep can actually pull their own weight, especially with the remaining puzzle piece needed to be filled in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the analytical breakdowns of Pufferbob.
Amen.
I must say I've long went away from this role.
Yeah, I can see.
Yep, and I definitely was not gonna be able to get in there anymore.
It's not as fun as you may think. It's not. Fun.
It's how to say as for me from back then, like try to say that I am a coach pretty much, as a proof,
Yeah.
talk about it, shit. It's like then came to realize if both casters or even 3 casters doing this the same time,
Oof.
it's fucking boring.
It is. It's kind of just like a nerd class, pretty much. It's just technically speaking, 90 coin. Oh, but
we are here for
action,
and we're here for hotshots, and we get them delivered. Kazi and then taking out Yengo and Ruse.
Oh my!
This is the shit to get excited for.
Yes, very, very true. I mean, Jaeger going for that Astro Peak. Don't even mention it. The Hibana didn't know what was coming to her. Well, she knows now. It was the Jaeger. Most clearly, the diffuser is dropped, so they're going to have to go and pick that up. But that's the aggression I was talking about. I mean, holy, do we need to see more? Do I need to say more? There comes one. It's going to be from the side of Geico managing to take out Siri. There comes a second from him as well. It's going to be onto Sanity. It's a 3v3 situation. And Yana not looking too good on HP. The Sludge gets taken out. It's going to be the Oryx flanking, but instantly taken out and refrags by the Yana, who's barely just standing on her tippity toes. 1 minute and 15 on the clock. The Roamers have set off and they're back onto site, pretty much securing off 90, securing off study should be the best way to go about it. The freezer should be picked up. The droning is coming in, so they have a minute left, which shouldn't be too much or too little, so they're in a very good position right now. It's just the HP, very much the HP. I mean, Chep could also still be holding the C4. I can't see from this perspective, but that could also come into play, especially for Plant. Yes, there it is. The C4 is still there, but also the nades on Yana, so very close, very close.
Shots are fired quite literally as Chep is now waiting to get... Whoa! Would you look at this? Then it's a bit quicker right there. MCK gets taken out. I mean, Chep was definitely ready with that shotgun, and we would have seen that pop once more again, but... Well... Then was like, this is mine. Fuck off.
Yoink.
Get yourself another one. But he is gonna be able to find this opportunity as Dinser is in the door walking around, and no! Would you look at this? Dent! Going for the 2.
Oh. A nasty one indeed, and to finish it off clean as well as round 4. And the 4th round in a row going over to Blue Jays. They are very dominant, although it did get pretty close right here at the end. The C4s didn't come out on to landing, which I'm quite surprised by. I mean, surely it should have happened, even with the HP being low and the mute not knowing it. C4s are always appreciated. This big boom and big damage. That's what it means. So, yeah, a bit of a surprise, but hey, the shotgun can do the job. But why have a shotgun when you have an absolutely cracked Jaeger on your team? Am I right? Now, going over to Trophy yet again, it seems like they're just going to be rotating sites. And let's hope Agents can at least get 1 round, or at least 2. 2 would be perfect right now. A 2-4 score, not looking too bad. But yeah, Blue Jays, extremely aggressive. I mean, the previous match, it's just the poor Hibana repelled onto Astro Window. The Jaeger decides to give her a bit of a sneak peek, and well, it wasn't a good one to say the least. So yeah, Castle also being brought in is also nice. I kind of like Siege's way of doing operators. Sometimes they kind of buff and nerf operators just so way for the operators that are kind of not being used at all to make their way back in, just like Castle, like Frost. They've been being used for quite a while. But back when they weren't, they needed a bit of help from the Ubisoft support team.
Well, to be honest, like the issue was Castle, at least in my days, was like I kind of like pick with so much, and I try to make strats without Castle just purely because I always have players who are like, I don't want to play Castle. He's so terrible. I don't care if we need to get stupid walls. Like, do fucking something else. Find us another way without him. So I kind of like a recipient to say like, I don't like having Castle in the team just because of. I think the mentality is still like you just don't want to play him, but someone who would like to play and who ain't gonna play is gonna be Kazi because he found out that grenades can also explode from underneath here.
Wow. An interesting discovery, but it seems like agents are going to be the teachers for today as another one comes in. There's going to be Dins with another frag onto Chep. A 3v5 situation as a refrag comes in, but another one and another one from Django. They just can't stop the roll. It's a 4v1 situation. Can done and clutch it off. Manages to pick off some, but he's not even on site. They can easily go for the plant, and so they will. He's going to have to do a bit of a flank, and which stairs will he take? Will it be Astral or Red? And it seems like Red will be the choice. I mean, Sledge right now watching a bit of a flank. He actually gets two! That's C4! This is possible. This is very much possible. He gets on the peak. He's on the tippy toes. He can be right now. And the attackers are most definitely taking advantage of this as they can. Peeking at the trophy. Oh, it was close, but not close enough. He shot it, but it wasn't directly in the head. Sadly.
Well, 5-0 for the side of BLUEJAY Talents, and well,
No, it's 4.
Oh, for one?
Yeah, it was the attackers who won right now.
I thought we were already at round 7. To be honest.
sadly, Talent League does not have.
Well, I can't predict the future, but I was about to say 5-0 for the side of BLUEJAY Talents, absolutely straight ripping, but definitely one thing for sure, at least something we've established, that defense so far has been very dominant for at least for this course of the game. But, we always got those unfortunate mishap with the connection. And, well, looks like when you got ones like a full roster, seems to be the Agent of Gosdep have something still up their sleeve. So,
Yes.
We'll see. Perhaps maybe this defense phase that's going to come up after this lovely round. Perhaps this might be pretty much you could say the comeback.
The table turner, I guess, by that analogy. Yeah, no. Some teams actually do play a lot better on defense. I don't know how. Maybe they just prefer it more. Maybe it's just the map that kind of connects with it. Doesn't matter. So, hey, it works, but let's see how this final round before the round swap, round 6, manages to go out. BLUEJAYS, I mean, they did manage to get 4 in a row, which is okay, including the 2 at the start. It is a bit of an exemplary situation, but it doesn't matter. Geico returning the heat to BLUEJAYS. They don't care how much aggression they can bring. They're gonna bring more and more. Comes on to main stage. Bandit trying to defend himself, but Geico's he is menacing. Wow, he's just going.
I mean, we saw pretty much only openers from BLUEJAYS, and well, now we're seeing openers from Gosdep. Well, a great sign on what's to come. As the shots are being fired and laid out, sprayed across the floor, BLUEJAYS still holding on tight.
Yeah, the C4 comes out, doesn't manage to get a pick. It's still man advantage for the side of Gosdep, but the time wasted wasn't too bad. I mean, the minute is gone, and only now are the verticals coming in. There comes a kill from the verticals, as previously mentioned. It's going to be done getting taken out by the MZK. Of course, a very beautiful kill from upstairs. Hebana taking some damage herself, but doesn't seem to be able to finish the job. I believe it was the Valkyrie or Sanity shooting at her. Warden playing on Astro stairs. This could be getting intense up any second now. Chep still playing very aggressive. The Warden gets MZK as mentioned. Does he back up? Actually, no, that was Valkyrie, not Warden. My bad. But yeah, very nice.
I guess we're both starting to suffer from dementia or some in any form. But
Ooh, that
You know, I still got a screen. I got the outlines. To be honest, I could not even see where this was. Like, holy moly!
oh,
Have
that
you
one
seen that?
I felt that one. Oh god.
I mean,
God.
it was literally just like revealing a pixel and off you go.
He didn't have a chance, man. It's
Ah,
like,
yes.
oh goodness. But hey,
Well,
there's no man advantage.
hey, I
So
mean, let's see. Maybe he might be able to recover from it mentally, but one thing's for sure, he ain't gonna do it this round for very sure. This chap is priced and ready as well to go for another, but no, Geico is able to withstand that. Well, only with just a couple of HP left right there. In the meantime, he's finding out Kazi. And it's all down to Sanity, who finishes off Geico, who gets another onto Dins. Meaning it's just a 1v1 versus Yango, and he does it! Clutches it out on the last second!
What unfortunate turn of events for the Valkyrie. She could have ran and hid, but little did she know the enemy wasn't even that close to her to begin with at the start. But it was a nice double kill. As the roles get swapped, we're going to be having Blue Jays now in attack, and let's see how they can handle their own on a bit more the aggressive side of the Rainbow Six Siege gameplay. Going on to round 7, we're going to be going to a 4-2 score. So Gosdep right now need to make quite a bit of a comeback. I mean, it's a 2-round difference, not something to be kind of starting to get cocky at, to say the least, especially for, I mean, Blue Jays. If anyone starts getting cocky, this could just end up extremely bad for that team. So you kind of don't want that. No, you most definitely don't. But we're going to be seeing Doc, which is an interesting pick. You don't see that much. You know, Rook is a bit more favored at times, or Thunderbird, because, well, Rook kind of just gives you a bit more passive income. If the Doc dies, utility's gone, you know. And if someone dies, he can't really heal them. So, yeah, that's why Thunderbird's picked. But, hey, if they can manage to get some sort of utility out of him, some sort of effort, it will always be appreciated. So, you know, you cannot underestimate the French. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, you know, if, I was looking forward to a slightly more aggressive lineup from the side of Blue Jays, but, you know, having an Ash in there as well. But still got Lion, still got Dokkaebi, so either thinking of the after plan very hard or just on taking out the dreadful roamers. Well, we're gonna be able to find this out. But one thing we will find out is that Kazi loses a lot of HP, but that comes at least to the benefit of taking out the Jaeger. MZK out of the round already.
Very true. I mean, yeah, there comes the aggression. Comes one, but it seems like the Doc will be... Actually, not the Doc. It's going to be Geico with the Solus plays that's getting Chep out of the match. A very important pick. Dokkaebi still has news all of her utilities, so a very good pick out of those. Hibana still in the match, and so is Lion with the Yana. Sledge, not much matter. I mean, the nades could come in useful, but that's about it. I mean, there's no castle to actually play against, so it seems like Mainstairs also gets contested. There's a double kill on the side of Geico. Does he get that triple? No, he does not. Oh, close.
Well, before I make another word pun, Dent has definitely put a dent into.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, you see, but either way, moving on for more horrible dad jokes. Looking at the time of 1 minute 30, you got a 3 versus 4 playing out, Dent recovering the diffuser, and well, that nade didn't fare well for Rose, did it?
Well, doesn't matter. Bandit's going to be peeking over into Study. He gets very aggressive. The nades are still there. He seems to be backing off into Aviator and gets one, but gets instantly pushed out. The attackers have 2 of the most HP wealthy remained players. The Hibana, the Yana, the nades, and the flashers are still on hand. And Azami needs to defend off with an ACS-12. Very interesting pick of a gun, to say the least. I mean, it has slugs now, so it's something to say the least. Gets the shot on the drone, but then Intel comes out. 90 doesn't seem to be getting pushed, or at least book side. It's going to be full-on Study push. Ibana's just trying to watch main breach, and a very good pick to do so. The Giannis is seeming to go, yep, for a default plant on the vault door. The cum,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. The cum.
Welcome to talent porn.
Talent League Plus. Oh god.
Subscribe now with your credit card.
You can just send me like the credit card information like my DMs. I wouldn't
Yeah,
be against it.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
started
think of whether under some corporate law or whatever, because we would have been probably sued by this stage.
Oh god, I was going to say coming in for the plan, but then it kind of got just cut off and just come. So, but unfortunate turn of events for the caster side as well happens from time to time.
Well,
This is Talent League, as they would
I
say.
mean, let's be honest. That is the beauty of it. We're pretty much limitless on what we say and what happens. We can laugh at our mistakes, whilst others may have to restrict themselves, and feel ashamed for it. So,
Yeah, they have to
if you
stick
want
to
to
those
have a bit of a
rules.
fun, like watching matches and pretty much shit talking on whatever is gonna go on there, then please feel free to hop on to the lovely Discord and perhaps send in your application to become a caster.
Oh, shameless plug. Always love to see it.
Wait,
Help.
excuse me, I've been doing this now for 3 years here, plugging it in for all of you to tell me so that we don't end up in situations like this where we got no one to cover, because frankly, we all want to see a bit of stuff, even if it's just pretty much only the two teams and their fans watch.
No matter though. We're still good. We're still good. Imagine being a pro league caster and having to stick to your rules and morals. Blah.
Oh, for Christ's sake! I think
Uh,
I still I would like to have reached higher heights, but I'm also glad I did, because
yeah.
nobody can put a chain or what's it called?
Shay.
No, you can't close my lid. But
Oh.
someone you can close his lid is MCK, because well, he's dead now. He probably doesn't have much to say anymore.
Oh, but there comes another kill, and
Hello!
Geico and Django going on to Cassie and Dent, the two hot hands of Blue Jays. I was gonna say Bluebirds. Blue Jays, yeah, it's a 4v3 situation for the side of Gosdep, and well, they're looking very good and comfortable in their own side. We still do have a roamer unleashed, and there it comes, gets taken out. Actually, not really. It's going to be Alibi getting taken off the board, and another one is going to be Django. That's going to be the roamer. 2v3 instantly turned around. Last to the 1 minute and 30 seconds, or a minute and a half to roughly put it. The bandit just seeming to not know where to go. He's a bit confused, and now it's come down to the push. The EMP comes out. That's the Dokkaebi play. The hard reach onto Vault, we haven't seen it at all this match. Not even that common. Bandit taking some damage. Dokkaebi on that 90 is going to be a very good thing, but well, she's gone. I take it back.
Well, in the meantime, making sure the bar is fully stocked and alive as well, as we're watching out how the Blue Jay talents are gonna prepare themselves for their last push into the site, and either taking it down with violence and force, or just be able to sneak in a little briefcase. Cash in on this round. But one thing we know now for sure, Rose is gonna go down. Thanks to Chap, but he's at least not gonna go down without taking someone else's life. The C4 is still there. It tries to bait out. Chap definitely calls it off, and now the C4 flies. It flies out. It's not gonna be able to hit. So this might could be it for Blue Jay Towns. It might gonna get defused down, and yes, they do. And look at this. Siri with the DMR shuts it down. And Blue Jays take control once more again.
You know what this means, though, Tara? This means we could be finishing the match in the next round, especially Blue Jays having 6 onto the match point, and Gosdep with a 2 point, which means they have to win 4 in a row. Back to explaining, 4 in a row to even have a chance at winning. So even after that, they have to go to overtime, yada, yada, yada. You know the shtick. So, yeah, Blue Jays, I'm just going to say they're most probably going to win. As much as I love underdogs, yeah, again, I mean, with how good Blue Jays have been just performing, it is off the board, and they will most probably be taking this W, at least for today. But still, Gosdep, with how well they fared, well played to them. It's not over though. I'm not saying it's over. I'm just saying it's most probably over. It's most probably over. And we're going into trophy and stature. Another site where you kind of need to extend over to Astro, sometimes even study, just to not allow attackers to get such easy control of the map so early on, because that's when it gets a bit more troublesome for the defenders. Master Bedroom is, though, a bit more troublesome. You can't really extend into master bedroom. I mean, with 1, 2, 3 windows, a doorway, bathroom, everything like that can be contested from the outside. So, as a defender, you can't really focus on all of that. So, a very tough job to do just in general. So, yeah, extending into aviator and study, as we are seeing currently with the bandit and the alibi, is the right thing to go about it. There they come, and for a second, I was hoping it was rush, but I was wrong.
I do love rushes, to be honest.
Yeah, rushes are fun.
Yeah, it simply puts it in such a high gear. Well, much as I love aggressiveness, as much as I need to sit it out and wait on how Blue Jays is gonna prepare themselves for their attack. And I've been wondering a bit. Is there still like this classic entry fragger role and like, Ash and Sophia? Well, Sophia probably not
Mm.
anymore, but like Ash still being picked up for it, or have we moved on?
I think there's still some sort of like flex entry fragger, secondary entry, support, hard support. I think that's still a thing, yeah. Because Sledge right now is secondary entry or main entry. Yana is the secondary. IQ flex, Nomad self support,
Wait.
Hibana.
Ledge main entry?
Yeah, I mean Yana is considered now secondary entry, so someone like Sledge or normally it'd be Sophia or Ash, but it seems like Sledge because of the nades just seems a bit more compatible.
We definitely have changed a lot in those years.
Oh no, definitely. Well, that's not a considerably bad thing.
Well, you know me. I like it simple.
You like it's simple.
Yeah.
Is that how? You can't blame a man like that. But as we're speaking in, flashes are coming into Astro, and it seems like nades are being dropped from below. No hope to avail, though. I mean, the Yana and the Sludge have wasted pretty much all of them, but one. The Astro is being contested pretty heavily, though, as 1 minute is on the clock. So the time is ticking out, and it doesn't seem like the attackers have gone to such lengths or managed to get much. The bathroom gets pushed. The drone behind it, maybe a drone refract we're going to be seeing. Oh, Azami almost gets taken out, but actually gets the kill onto Shep. A very unfortunate turn of events. There comes the refrag. It's going to be a 4v4, and it's all going to be coming down. Astro getting contested extremely heavily. There comes another from the side of Nomad. A refrag with these MG11. Siri getting another onto Dens, and a second onto MZK. Django right now alone managed to pick off one, but can he get the other two? It's down to 30 seconds. The smoke canisters are coming out, but the plant should be any second. Yes, it is. Django peeking it, but not knowing where the enemies are. It's going to be round one, and the only round we're going to be seeing today over to Blue Jays, not Bluebirds. I got to remember that.
Well, there are bluebirds still, but they are called Blue Jays, and they are the talents. They are the future of this prestigious company.
Very true. But I was going to be finishing it off with the first match of today. Pretty heated, very well played from the side of Blue Jays, and a bit of an unfortunate turn of events for the side of Agents of Gosdep, as of course they had a teammate leave for 2 of the rounds, which could have changed the events, but what can we do about it? Well played to both of the teams, and without further ado, should we go for a 5-minute break?
You know what? I think it's a good idea. Let's get freshened up, and we'll see you back at 19 ZT. Kick us off in match 2. See you in a bit.